Welcome to This Daring Adventure podcast, where we work on bridging the gap between where we are and where we want to be in order to live a bigger and bolder life. In this podcast, we will provide inspiration, tips, and skills you need to make your life the adventure you want it to be. Here's your host, mindset mentor, and life coach, Trista Gurton.
Hey everybody, welcome back to This Daring Adventure, and welcome spring. I think it's almost here. I think it's arrived. I'm seeing little sprouts coming out in the garden, and the sun is here. The snow has finally melted. It's very promising and very exciting. So I hope wherever you are enjoying some of this nice weather as well. I think it's supposed to go up to 20 degrees here today, so it's crazy. All right, so I wanted to let you know that I am holding a masterclass on March 26th. If you are listening to this before then, this episode will be coming out tomorrow, so you will still have time to register. The link will be in the show notes. It is the Feel Better Now masterclass, and this is the class that you want to be a part of and attend, because I will tell you why we get stuck and how to eliminate needless suffering, and the tools that I use to help my clients feel better fast. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to stay stuck. I'm going to be going over some of the best information that you can get, plus telling you about my Unstuck 3-month coaching program that really does help you get unstuck for good and help you learn the tools and skills to create the life that you want. You don't have to stay frustrated. You don't have to stay stuck in fear. You don't have to stay overwhelmed. I can help you move forward. So the link to my calendar will be in the show notes as well. If you want to go ahead and just book a discovery call and let's talk, or sign up. You can do both, actually. Sign up for the masterclass and join me on the 26th. If you join me live, it's at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you join me live, I will be giving you a free gift. Otherwise, you will receive the replay. If you can't make it live, no problem. But it does help you to absorb some of the information, learn, and of course, if you have any questions or anything, then you will be able to ask me directly at that time. So I'm really excited for that. Hope to see you there. Now, today I wanted to talk a little bit about an issue that comes up. I hear this several times now, so I wanted to do an episode about it. And it's about asking for help. And I've heard women say, I don't like to ask for help. But I want to tell you, there is great power in asking for help. And if you're someone who prides yourself on being independent, strong, and capable, but deep down you're feeling stuck, we need to talk, because I see this quite often. Women who know that they want something more, and we feel that we want something more, and who know that they're not happy with where they are. They're living a life maybe that they no longer fit in. They're just feeling that sense of dissatisfaction. But instead of reaching for support, they convince themselves that they should figure it out on their own. And then what I see is that clients or potential clients come back after several months, or even I've had people come back after a couple of years, deciding finally that they want to get help. And I had one client say to me the other day, she can't believe she waited so long. She's so happy with the progress we've made in the last few weeks that she, I think, wished that she hadn't waited so long. But listen, kudos to you if you do ask for help. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. But I will say, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. And you don't have to stay stuck. And I want to help you to shift your perspective a little bit today on what it really means to ask for help. Because it's not a sign of weakness. I think it is quite powerful. And it just might be the thing that changes everything for you. So let's talk about why we struggle to ask for help. I want you to imagine that you're in the middle of the ocean. You're treading water, keeping yourself afloat, but you're getting tired. You know there's a boat nearby. Someone even offered to throw you a life ring. But instead of reaching for it, you tell yourself, no, no, I got this. I just need to kick harder. I should be able to do this on my own. Meanwhile, your arms are burning, your legs are exhausted, and you're going nowhere. This is what so many women do when they refuse to ask for help. And I see this pattern again and again with women who feel stuck in their careers or their relationships or in their personal development. And they're telling themselves, I should be able to figure this out on my own. I don't want to burden anyone else. If I ask for help, I'm afraid of what it means. And they're really not accustomed to asking, and they're not accustomed to investing in themselves. But let's get really honest here for a second. Where has that mindset actually gotten you? Because as I said, I see women stuck not just for months, but for years in the same place. And if you've been feeling stuck for a long time, if it's been years, then doing it alone isn't working. And that's okay. It's not a sign of failure. I'm not trying to make this out as a weakness, but it's just a sign that a different approach is needed. And that different approach is available. So let's talk about why asking for help is a power move. If you think about the most successful people in the world, athletes, CEOs, performers, every single one of them has a coach. Serena Williams, coach. Oprah, coach. The top leaders in every industry, they don't even try to guess their way to success. That just doesn't happen. If you want to go to the Olympics, if you want to get on the PGA, if you want to become a CEO, if you want to start a business, if you want to change careers, if you just want to grow and evolve in a way that you have not experienced before, this is what we need to do. And this is what they know having a coach means. It's getting you there faster, with more clarity and less struggle. But so then why do we as women hold ourselves to an impossible standard? If you were training for a marathon, you wouldn't just hope your body figures it out. You'd have a plan. You'd work with someone who knows the path. But when it comes to our lives, our happiness, our confidence, our careers, our relationships, our personal development, we think we should just magically get unstuck on our own. But let's drop that lie right now. Let's just end that. Let's just stop thinking that way, because asking for help isn't about weakness. It's about being strategic. It's about deciding that your life is too important to waste more months or years spinning in circles. So let me tell you how coaching helps you get unstuck. And what does it actually look like to ask for help? I'm going to walk you through what happens when you decide to stop treading water and grab the life ring. Inside Unstuck, which is my 3-month coaching program, we take everything that's keeping you stuck, the overthinking, the self-doubt, the fear, the confusion, and we break it down so you actually move forward. And here's what happens when we work together. We get crystal clear on where you're stuck. You might think you know, but I promise you, the real reason you're stuck probably isn't what you think it is. And that's why the self-help books and podcasts can only take you so far. It can give you a lot of insight, but when it comes time to actually apply the work, you need more help. Then we rewire your brain for new results. It's your current thinking that got you here, that got you stuck. And if you keep thinking those same thoughts, you'll just keep repeating and creating the same results. But I help you to break out of those old patterns so that you can finally make real progress. And we create a simple, doable plan, one that actually works for you. No more spinning, no more waiting, no more hoping that things someday change. And when you go through this process, you don't just feel better, your life actually changes. So what happens when you finally say yes to support? I want to tell you about one of my clients. Her name is Sarah, and she was stuck in a cycle of overthinking. She felt frustrated in her career. She knew she was being underpaid. She knew that she was capable of so much more. But every time she thought about making a change, she froze and she'd spend hours researching different options, second guessing herself, and ultimately doing nothing. Does this sound familiar? But when Sarah joined Unstuck, we got to work on gaining the clarity and the momentum that she wanted. And in just 3 months, she learned how to stop overthinking, how to make powerful decisions, and how to take the action with confidence that she said she wanted to take. And now she's actually in a job that she loves, one that lights her up and gives her energy. Not because she finally figured it out alone, but because she stopped waiting and got the support she needed. So now it's your turn. It's time to move. If you're done waiting, if you're frustrated and tired of knowing you want more, but not moving forward, this is for you. If you're ready to really take actual action, then let's talk. I'm inviting you to book a free discovery call with me. No pressure, no commitment, just a conversation to see if Unstuck is the right next step for you. You can ask me any questions you have. Because here's the thing. The version of you who has the life you want, she didn't get there by staying stuck. She didn't get there by trying to figure it out all alone. She got there by making a decision. So make that decision for yourself today. Because a year from now, you will have wished that you had, instead of staying stuck and staying in this cycle. The link is in the show notes. Book your free call and let's get you moving. I'll see you there. Thanks everybody for joining me. I'll talk to you again soon. And hopefully I'll see you on the 26th at the Masterclass. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this Daring Adventure podcast with your host, Trista Gurton. We hope you enjoyed the tips and conversations on how to get excited about life again. As always, you can head to tristagurton.com for additional resources and to book a one-on-one coaching session. You can also follow Trista on Instagram at Trista V. Gurton. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review us on Apple Podcasts. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.